What's up, anime lady fans? How you all doing? Sam the Manga Man here at Otakon with the lovely Elizabeth Maxwell. For those who don't know who you are, can you give a little introduction about yourself?
Yeah, I'm mainly known for my voiceover work in such anime as My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball Super, Ghost in the Shell Arise, and then video game work, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Persona 5. Yeah, I think those are kind of the big titles.
Great. What anime got you into voice acting or to voice for anime characters or video games in that sort of way?
Oh gosh, I grew up watching and playing so many. And with video games, like, not to age myself, but when I was playing video games, like when I was really young, there wasn't voice acting in it. So, but the very first anime I ever saw was the Ghost in the Shell movie.
Ooh.
And that left a big imprint on my brain. And I don't know if it's because of that, but I've always had a preference for kind of like really intense, serious anime, like the action-packed stuff since then.
How was your experience when you played the role for Major, for voice acting for Makoto Kusanagi? How was the experience like when voicing for her?
It was so nerve-wracking, man. Like, it was amazing. I loved working with Zach Bolton, the director. But I was so nervous because it was only my third anime role of all time, my first lead. And, I grew up watching Ghost in the Shell. I was a fan personally.
Okay.
And so to step into a role that I was that familiar with and that big of a fan of was nerve-wracking. And I was also like very nervous about like how the fans were going to receive it because Mary Elizabeth McGlynn is so iconic, But overall, I ended up really enjoying it and enjoyed watching the final product.
Great. What was your motivation that kept you going to becoming a voice actress? I'm sorry.
I joke that like I came out of the womb knowing that I wanted to be an actor. Like for my entire life, that's all I've ever wanted to do. And I've never really considered like another career path. And so I guess some people would say I was foolish. I feel like I've been lucky enough to just have this faith that if I kept trying at it long enough, that eventually I would be able to break in and do this and make a living at it. So I guess I've just been lucky in having that conviction. And also, being in the right place at the right time. A lot of people at Funimation took a chance on me. So, I'm eternally grateful for Mike McFarland and Zach Bolton and, those first few directors that cast me. And, yeah.
Is there a difference between recording for a movie and then a TV show for you?
Yeah, do you mean for voiceover or like on camera work?
For voiceover, yes.
Like a movie versus a TV show. Not necessarily so much in terms of a TV show and a movie. There's like a huge difference between like dubbing an anime versus working on a video game or a cartoon where I'm the one that's originating the character. Like prelay is what we call it, or what the industry calls it. And there's a lot of differences in that because there are less limitations when you're doing prelay. You don't have to be quite so beholden to the timing of the original actor or interpretations of like certain scenes. But yeah, between movies and TV shows, I guess, TV shows, it's a much longer arc.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I end up getting surprised by things that happen. Whereas with movies, I typically go in knowing like the entirety of the plot.
I see. That's good. I heard that you actually like superhero training. If you could play a role for a superhero, what would you love to play?
Oh, gosh. I joke sometimes that like Scarlett Johansson stole my career. Like I went red before she did. There are so many roles that she's played that I would have, happily stepped into. But as far as ones that haven't been done yet, that's a tough one. I don't know if I can think of one like I don't know if I have like a dream role in that sense.
Okay.
I would love to be in like a fantasy or a sci-fi or
Okay.
superhero movie where I get to, do stunts and stuff like that.
That sounds great. I heard that you also love RPG games. What is your all-time favorite RPG game?
Chrono Trigger.
Oh,
Old
obviously.
school.
Obviously.
Yeah, but God, that was such a special game. And I still listen to the soundtrack. I still play it. I have it on
awesome.
I still have my original Super Nintendo.
Ooh.
But I also have
Classic.
Chrono Trigger for iPad.
Nice.
The port, yeah.
What is your favorite Miyazaki film? Yeah, that's a lot.
So, I guess I'd probably have to say Spirited Away.
Ooh,
Um,
good choice.
It's the first Miyazaki movie I ever saw, and I feel like it's one of the ones that left like the biggest impressions on me. And I just remember thinking, this is so unique. Like I feel like so much of film and TV and even books these days are kind of like building on the shoulders of other properties that have come before, or they're retelling the same stories, or they're based off of the same mythologies, or archetypes. And I think it's harder these days to find something that's truly new and truly unique. And when I watched Spirited Away, that was like what struck me so much, is I was like, this is like nothing I have ever experienced before. I was like 16 or 17, and I remember like looking at my friend and being like, I know we're not on drugs, but I feel like I'm on drugs.
It's hilarious.
So, I mean, I love so many, but that one is still one of the ones that sticks with me the most.
Agreed. What is the greatest piece of advice you were given that helped you in your career?
The greatest piece of advice. Well, two things. I will say my dad, when I was like 18 and going off to college, he just finished reading George Burns's autobiography.
Okay.
And he told me, George Burns said that he auditioned for like 90 things before he ever booked anything. So don't give up. And like, that's like, I mean, it's just such simple advice, but like, that's really stuck with me. And then Zach Bolton told me when I was first started working at Funimation, be good at your job and don't be an asshole, and you will always work. And again, really simple advice, but I don't always think that people realize how much this job and this industry is about relationships. And being polite, being respectful, and being nice cannot be overstated.
No, we cannot. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, Ms.
You
Maxwell.
too, Sam.
Thank you guys for watching. You can follow Ms. Maxwell at all her social media page. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to Anime Lately. See you guys later.